Dave Chase. Davy Chase, the former child actress who starred in projects like The Ring and Lilo and Stitch, died June 16th at 35. Chase made her screen debut in a 1998 episode of Sabrina the Teenage Witch and appeared on episodes of shows like ER, Charmed, and The Practice. She voiced Lilo in 2002's Lilo and Stitch, as well as several of its spin-off projects, and portrayed the young ghost, Samara Morgan, in Gore Verbinski's 2002 remake of The Ring. She also played Jake Gyllenhaal's sister in 2001's Donnie Darko and reprised the role in the 2009 direct-to-video sequel S. Darko. Akihiro Miwa. Akihiro Miwa, famed Japanese singer-songwriter and voice actor. Akihiro Miwa died June 20th. According to a statement on his official website, which used he, him, and she, her pronouns with regard to the entertainer and drag artists. In addition to his work as a performer, Miwa is known for memorable voicing roles in two popular Hayao Miyazaki projects, having voiced Moro the Wolf in Princess Mononoke and the Witch of the Waste in Howl's Moving Castle. Bonnie Tyler, music icon and total eclipse of the heart. Singer Bonnie Tyler died July 8th in Portugal, 2 months after undergoing intestinal surgery and being placed in an induced coma amid her recovery. The 75-year-old was renowned around the world for her aforementioned Itu Basen signature hit, as well as her 1984 smash, Holding Out for a Hero, which soundtracked the Kevin Bacon classic Footloose that same year. Theo Burrell. Theo Burrell, a star on Antiques Roadshow, died on July 8th. Her family shared in a statement. The 39-year-old was diagnosed with glioblastoma, the most common form of brain cancer, in 2022 and had undergone chemotherapy, surgeries, and other procedures. Burrell married her longtime partner, Alex, in March, just months before her death. Neither she nor her medical team foresaw this happening quite so quickly, her family said in the statement. Kel Nilsson. Kel Nilsson, the actor known for playing the villain, Lord Humongous, in the Mad Max sequel, The Road Warrior, died July 2nd, after a 4-year battle with kidney disease. His family said that days earlier, Nilsson had made the decision to take back control over his pain and his body by stopping dialysis. The Swedish-born weightlifter initially moved to Australia to train his country's athletes for the Ijupiling Olympics, but he soon found himself making his acting debut as the masked antagonist of George Miller's post-apocalyptic film. Nilsson continued acting during the Bashamill, but then went 100 years between credits, returning for his final screen role in 2023's Howlin' Refrain. Victor Willis. Victor Willis, the founding lead singer of Village People, died June 30th, following a short but aggressive illness, according to a statement on the disco group's Facebook page. He died a day before his 75th birthday. Willis co-wrote the disco group's hit songs like YMCA and Macho Man, and founded Village People with French producers Jacques Morali and Henry Bellolo, in 1977. He often performed costumed as a policeman or naval officer, and recently appeared on stage at President Donald Trump's pre-inauguration rally. Anne Blyth. Actress Anne Blyth, who was known for her Oscar-nominated turn as Joan Crawford's daughter in the 1945 film Mildred Pierce, died June 24th. She was 98. Blyth had acted since she was a child, appearing on radio shows since she was 6 and graduating to Broadway shows by 12. Her on-screen appearances also included films such as A Woman's Vengeance, Joseph, Mr. Peabody and the Mermaid, 1948, and The Helen Morgan Story, 1957. Her later work included roles on TV series such as Quincy, M.E. in Ijo Tijo and Ijo Basen, and an episode of Murder, She Wrote in 1985. David Clayton Thomas. David Clayton Thomas, the frontman of the brass-based band Blood, Sweat, and Tears, died on June 24th. He was 84. In 1968, Clayton Thomas joined the band, which won the Album of the Year Grammy for their self-titled 1968 album, which featured the hits You've Made Me So Very Happy and When I Die, and Spinning Wheel. Though Clayton Thomas left the band in 1972, he returned years later and led the group's many iterations until Arling Ling Se. He also wrote a memoir, aptly titled Blood, Sweat, and Tears, and released several albums throughout a fruitful solo career, with his most recent in 2019. People like me don't retire, Clayton Thomas, who heavily influenced the jazz rock genre, once said. This is what I was put here to do. Joe B. Baker, the familiar actor from 60s and 70s television series and films, died on June 22nd. He was 92. Baker was best known to audiences for his roles in the Gidget film series, the Goldie Hawn breakout series Good Morning World, as well as the Elvis Presley musical comedy Girl Happy. In addition to his career on screen, Baker was a celebrated artist and sculptor. Michael Byrne. Michael Byrne, the English character actor known for playing villainous roles and military officials in Hollywood films, died June 20th at 82. Byrne portrayed the Nazi antagonist Ernst Vogel in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, and Gellert Grindelwald in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. Byrne also played supporting roles in major films such as Tomorrow Never Dies, Gangs of New York, The Omen, The Sum of All Fears, A Bridge Too Far, Apt Pupil, and Battlefield Earth. He also enjoyed a successful stage career, appearing in productions of plays like Romeo and Juliet, Hamlet, Death and the Maiden, The Seagull, Mary Stuart, and Uncle Vanya. James Burrows. James Burrows, one of the most important and prolific television directors in the history of the medium, died on June 19th at the age of 85. The 11-time Emmy winner helped to shape the look and feel of modern TV comedy, along the way amassing a staggeringly impressive array of credits. Burrows directed the pilot episodes of Taxi, Cheers, Friends, Frasier, Will and Grace, and The Big Bang Theory, as well as more than 1,000 TV episodes over his 5-decade career. In 1982, Burrows co-created Cheers, directing 237 of its 275 episodes. The following decade, he was key in the rise of NBC's powerhouse, must-see TV lineup, helming 15 episodes of Friends, Sanchar episodes of Frasier, and all of Will and Grace's run, during which he would oversee Primetime's first same-sex kissing scene. In front of the camera, Burrows played a fictionalized version of himself on HBO's The Comeback 3 times in 2005, 2014, and in the most recent 2026 revival. Justin Carey. Justin Carey, longtime bassist for Sixpence None the Richer, died on June 18th after recently suffering a stroke. He was 50. In addition to performing with the popular alt-rock band, Carey also performed with groups like Counting Crows, Blue County, and singer Jennifer Knapp. Tom Dreesen. Comedian and actor Tom Dreesen, who opened for Frank Sinatra for years and who was half of America's first interracial stand-up comedy duos, died June 17th. He was 86. He worked with black comedian Tim Reed. Their act was called Tim and Tom. From 1969 until the mid-70s, during a time of serious racial tension, he made more than 500 appearances on national TV, including dozens on The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson and many on David Letterman's late-night series. He also acted in shows such as Murder, She Wrote, and Touched by an Angel. His movie credits included Man on the Moon, Spaceballs, and HBO's The Rat Pack. In addition to working with Sinatra for 14 years, he toured with Sammy Davis Jr., Smokey Robinson, Liza Minnelli, and more. Tay Keith. Hip-hop producer Tay Keith, who worked with artists including Travis Scott, Drake, and Jennifer Lopez, died June 18th. He was 29. The artist, whose real name was Britavious Chambers, had worked with his music partner, rapper Blockboy JB, since he was 14. His breakthrough came in 2018, when he worked with Scott on the hit song Sicko Mode. The same year, he also collaborated with Drake on Look Alive. He was nominated for Grammys for both Sicko Mode and Rich Flex from Drake and 21 Savage. Songs such as Beyoncé's Before I Let Go, Eminem's Not Alike, Lil Nas X's Holiday, which gave him a shout-out, and Lopez's 2024 album This Is Me now also featured his work, as did music from Future, Cardi B, Sexy Red, and Miley Cyrus.